everybody. My name is Hannah. I work for the Kankakee Public Library. I'm here with Mark, Meredith, and Joel Turrell, both local to Kankakee County. And we're so thrilled to just hear their story a little bit and get to know them. If you don't know their story, you're in for just a wild ride and a really moving story. So will you guys just introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about your journey?
Sure. Yeah. My name is Joel Turrell. I'm 38, and
I'm Mark Meredith. I'm 34, about to turn 35. So we were adopted from South Korea. We're placed for international adoption, and we were adopted in 1987. So we were placed in adoption in 1986. And our birth family went through a divorce, and in Korea, most of the parental rights to the children goes to the father instead of the mother. So our father ultimately decided to give us away for international adoption. So we came here in 1987.
1989, I got readopted into my family now. And then it was several years, 11, 12 years, that we didn't really see or talk to each other. But then when I did finally find Mark, I drove around the block. I knew where his mom worked, and I was really nervous. So I just kept driving, and finally, the people in my car like just stop, go in. So I finally went into where his mom worked, and I was all excited, and he wasn't there.
Of course.
And he was at a friend's house. Milford would then called Mark, and then I think he rode his bike halfway across town.
It was strange for us because so we were separated. I had some medical issues when I came here, and it was a closed adoption, so all the medical records were sealed. We came here with a photo in our pocket and the clothes in our bag, so there wasn't information, to kind of research, and they didn't know what was going on with me. So for a long time, for a lot of years, I had this, like a stomach issue where I just couldn't keep food down. I couldn't eat. So it was in the best interest, I think, to kind of split us up and then put a little more focus on my health. So we went, down that road. So
yeah, it's interesting to know that you have a biological brother in area, but just kind of only have the memories of that.
So your family's raised you to know that you did have a brother in the area.
Yeah, we slowly, in the beginning it was more, we were really young, so it was, we just slowly distanced. I think it was always known, but getting together was difficult. I just, being that young, I just remember thinking he's somewhere in that direction, and always hoping that maybe we would reconnect and I don't know, be brothers, be friends, and it eventually happened one day when Joel showed up.
Incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah, and, that journey is really, it really made us become friends first. So our relationship is, friends first, and then we learned to be brothers. Mm-hmm. So even though it's hard, I appreciate that even more now because we're even closer than we would have been.
Yeah.
I even remember celebrating. We celebrated the year that we knew each other longer than we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
Which was really neat for us to go over that milestone.
At what point did you guys discuss your mom or discuss the idea of you guys ever trying to connect? So
since it was a closed adoption, there wasn't a lot of information for us to go off of. And the information that we found out was inaccurate because the person who brought us to the adoption agency falsified some of the records.
Wow.
So I remember looking in my teens and kind of researching a little bit. And I think a lot of other adoptees can kind of understand this feeling because, it's something that you struggle with and you think that you should look, and then you're on the fence. When I did reach out, the attached agency here closed in the 90s. So there was no agency for me to communicate with here. I didn't know who to contact in South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And unbeknownst to me at the time, even if I would have contacted somebody, we would have been attached to people who didn't exist anyway.
So it became that your mom was able to find you instead of the other way around. So how in the world did she do that?
A lot of years of searching, you know, and we're just kind of now uncovering that story with her and talking to her. The translation's a little bit difficult, but you know, it was 33 years for her that she didn't want to give us up for adoption. You know, it was never her idea. So from the moment that we left on the plane, she's been searching for us from that day to the day she found us in January this year.
How does that feel?
Incredible, you know.
Yeah, it was so shocking because like we hit all of our dead ends, and you know we weren't actively looking for it, you know, this year. And so when Mark got that letter, you know, it was just like so many emotions that I can't even really describe, you know, what's going through us. Yeah, I mean, it's hard.
You know, it's really like we came to peace with what it was, you know, and the story that we were told when we were adopted is that there was no mother and she didn't care, you know, to search for us. So don't bother coming back, pretty much was the letter that was written. So to find out that was inaccurate was an unbelievable emotional journey for us, I think, and just like a healing part, more so than we ever thought that it would actually be, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have amazing families here too. So it's not like we're, you know, it's just like an extra addition to our lives.
Yeah. You don't have to choose one. You just get this whole other bonus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then there's cousins and aunts and uncles and all this extended family too.
Yeah, which we're slowly, you know, being introduced to and learning.
Wow. How does that work with translating? Do any of the families speak English, or do you work with a translator?
So in the beginning, we worked with a translator at the agency that helped find us. But since we found an app online and we kind of translate everything ourselves, and it's just, you know, texting and copying and pasting your information into the app and copying and pasting it back over. And translation gets a little tricky sometimes, but, you know, we can talk to our mom every day. So it's kind of nice.
That's amazing. And you've done video chat too, so you've been able to kind of see her.
Yeah, we try to do a video chat once every week or once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
You know, this weekend, my birthday's next week, so my mom's really excited to call this week, and you know, it's the first birthday that she gets to spend with us, you know, with me, I guess, in 33 years. So she's pretty excited. You know.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And I heard you say she never went on to have any more kids. It was like you guys were her whole heart all these years.
Yeah, you know, she definitely kept us alive, our memory alive in the family, and that was her intention. Is, you know, she wanted, we were the focal point, you know, and when this moment happened, she wanted us to know that, and it's just incredible dedication by her about, you know, keeping us important to her and making sure that we were there.
Wow. Do you ever wonder about your dad or what happened to him? Do you have any answers there?
I think that we've been slammed with so many emotions right now that we haven't really crossed that bridge yet. Yeah. I'm not opposed to, you know, it's like uncovering history, and history that you didn't even know existed. So if we come to that point, you know, I definitely want to go to Korea and visit our family, and you know, if that were to happen, then I would be totally for it. And I know our mother has said that, you know, if that's something we want to look into, that she would help us too.
Yeah. Wow. So I know you guys have plans to hopefully go to Korea and meet her in person. So you've set up a GoFundMe to get that all started, right?
Yeah. So Joel has a daughter. So our mom actually is a grandmother. So we want to get the three of us and my wife. We want to fly over to Korea as soon as possible. You know, and when we first shared our story, so many people reached out to us and asked how they could help us, and it's been an incredible experience because we were saving on we were planning to go in 5 to 10 years, and that timeline has drastically moved forward. So now we have a GoFundMe. I think the name of it is, help us meet our birth mom for the first time. So, and the support from the community has been absolutely amazing.
So you're so much closer than you had thought. So are you hoping to go this year or?
Yeah, so we're thinking, I think we just looked at some plane tickets and what it would be like to travel under our current conditions in maybe April of next year, early April next year.
Oh my gosh.
So we fast forwarded maybe
A couple years.
Several years.
Yeah. And then when you picture your future, do you picture being able to visit her again? Do you look at this trip as like this big one-time thing, or I mean, who knows what the future holds, I guess.
Yeah, we really don't know. I mean, it would be great to visit, but it's just, I mean, it's a very long flight. We wouldn't just want to go there for a weekend. Anytime we went, we'd want to go for an extended period of time, and that just, I mean,
And we've never done that kind of travel. I mean, I've never even imagined that we would fly 18 hours away on the other side of the planet. So
No.
it's, I don't know. I guess we'll learn. We'll be learning a lot from this first experience.
Awesome.
And seeing how it goes.
So I know you said, you're hoping to document everything on YouTube. Is there another way that people can kind of follow along with your story and keep up to date?
Yeah, so on our GoFundMe page, there is a link to our YouTube video, and I think we're going to create a channel there to kind of document our feelings now and kind of go back and record how we felt in certain moments, and then record our journey from here until we eventually meet our mom.
Awesome. It's incredible. I think people here, I know, were really moved by your story. It's a little bit surreal. It sounds like you guys need to write a book. You need to write a book, and we'll have it here at the library for people.
That would be awesome.
It's just incredible. We're just so happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So keep us posted. We'll share with everybody here how to keep up with you, and we just really appreciate you sharing your story. I think people are really touched.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thanks so much, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.